What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, let me see. I'm messing with this damn thing. Mm. What's up, people? I know it's like random. Messing with some of these. Hey, what's up, y'all? Uh, what's up? Early voter today. You know what I'm saying? Everett, what's up, man? Vote for Jimmy Carter. Hey, Jeremy. Jimmy Carter look like he about to check out. I mean, how can he vote? He doesn't seem like awake. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can Jimmy Carter vote? Honestly, God. Every picture I've seen of the guy, he's sitting there with his mouth open, like in a catatonic state. I don't see it. Edward, what's up, man? What's going on, Edward? How you doing, bro? Did you vote? Did you vote? He looks bad. He's 100. Yeah, he looks terrible. Camilla Everett. Okay, Everett. I hope she wins. I guess may the best man win. I live in a battleground state. I live in North Carolina, so it's a lot of hype going around here. I mean, I had numerous people knocking on my door. I had a lot of people just calling my phone just to get me to go vote. I mean, they were offering rides and everything to go vote, which I think is amazing. Um, I ask you guys to exercise your right to vote because it's your right as an American to vote and take part of the political process. So, whatever my advice is vote your interest. Whatever interests you, whatever candidate is leading your direction, go vote. Good man, I will vote on election day. I'm excited. Let's get the old boy back in office. Hey, listen, y'all. I went early voting, right? And I actually like it. And I think that from now on, I probably always do early voting because where I live at, it's not really crowded. Election day voting, it's always crowded. You got fanatics out there, and anything can happen. But when you kind of mosey on in there on the early vote day, it's pretty cool. You get in there, you get early. Hi from France. Yo, somebody from a different part of the world is always checking in. Somebody's always checking in. So, anyway, I'm sorry, I got a phone call. I had to stop it. God, I just got on. Give me a break. Um, Hello from France. Hey, thank you, Theo. Hey, Alex. How you doing? See, Red Riot. I just voted, and this is my first time ever voting. I'm 28. Decided to vote after nothing getting serious out here. Noticing nothing, things are getting serious out here. Yeah, yeah, Red Riot. Things are changing. They are. You know. Hey, what's up? Glad to catch you live. Hey, Metal. What's up, bro? One of my favorite subscribers here, man. Let's see here. Metal, Metal. If I can give you a shout out. Yeah, I think I can. No, I can't. Actually, I'm from France too. Oh, Alex, hey, that's cool that I'm getting a French audience. You know, that's cool. That's cool. So, how's everybody doing? Gotta make sure. Hmm? Did you see? What's up, Rich? I hope you doing well. Voted today. Went in and out. It took 10 minutes. Hey, James. Same thing with me too. And like I was saying, I think that I'm going to early vote from now on. You know, I'm going to early vote, kind of get in there and get out. You know what I mean? Not really deal with the fanatics that happen on voter day. I mean, one year I went to go vote, and they were out there with like AR-15s, just walking around like the militia kind of. And I just don't want that type of energy around me. I'm at the stage in my life, man, where I just want to be easy. And, I'm not a police no more. I don't want to do anything that have to save somebody's life. I just want to, kind of be in my own little shadow. Do you know what I mean? So let's see. What else I got here? But James, I'm glad you got in to vote, man. Exercise your right to vote. Um, it's important to get out there and just speak your piece. You can't really say nothing unless you vote. Now, is there a lot going on in trucking? Yeah, a whole lot. Whole lot going in trucking. A whole lot of wrong. Edward, lately none of my DoorDashers speak any English. I'm from Pittsburgh. It never was like that before. Edward, I have a major issue with immigration. I do. And Edward, like I voted my interest, and my interest was immigration because when I keep saying this, right? I keep saying this over and over again, and people don't really listen to what I say. But if we allow too many immigrants into this country, right? Blue collar workers, truckers, waitresses, McDonald workers, just people who are not in advanced degrees will have a hard time finding employment, okay? Because they will go for the cheaper labor. I was in central Pennsylvania a couple of days ago, and there's a lot of Haitians up there, okay? And I noticed a lot of Haitians are taking cartboy jobs, mailman job. I mean, just taking jobs that local people, Americans used to work. And I'm gonna tell you something. That is a problem. Okay, it'd be a huge problem. Hey, what's up, bro? I tried to email you, but it blocked me. Hey, Mark Ely, we talked about you a little bit in my last live. If you say so, brother. If you say so, okay, but you weren't blocked. Nah, Metal, I had a doctor that worked on an issue I had in the ear, and she couldn't barely speak English. Metal, listen, I'm gonna share something with you about that, and I'm glad you brought that up. I was in central Pennsylvania a couple of days ago. I had to go to a court hearing. I guess I'll tell you. And while I was in this court hearing, right, my parents had to sue somebody for something. I won't tell you specifically what happened, but the expert witness was from Pakistan, and she's only been in this country since 2022. And she was called upon as expert witness. And when the lawyer asked her a question that was very important to establish the case, she didn't understand, quite frankly, and she answered incorrectly, which cost my mother the case. Ultimately, she lost. So I'm not blaming immigrants or anything, but I was pissed about that. Okay, very pissed. So yo, I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna hit you back in a minute. All right, give me a minute. I saw this live again, probably another hour. I got to check on something. I think somebody knocked on my door. I think that was my door. I mean, no. Maybe it wasn't my door. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. But that's what happened. So, but yeah, I did early vote. So, um, right now I'm chilling, man. I gotta go back to work probably Thursday. I've been off for about a week. It felt good to be away from the truck, and enjoy my little home time. I think going forward, I'm gonna try to work 3 weeks at a time and then come home for a week. I'm not gonna try to do the 2 months. The 2 months staying out. I did that because I had to catch up on bills and stuff because I did so poorly with Swift. Funny thing about Swift, okay? They actually called me today. I don't know why. I think it was like televised or something, or maybe like a teleprompter or something. But they called me today, and I just blocked it and hung up on them. Meadow, good stuff. Home time is important. Being out too long can make you crazy, bro. I was getting that. I was making mistakes and everything. I was. So Austin Bowman, who did you vote for? I'm not gonna say. You know, um, all I'm gonna say is I voted my interest, and my interest is for American truck drivers to do American jobs. My interest is for Americans to be able to be first. So maybe that answers your question. Okay. Um, I'm an American the first person. I am. You know, I want this country to take care of its citizens who earn the right to be here. So, you know, maybe that gives you a little inclination who I might have voted for. Um, who are you interested in, Bowman? Austin, who are you interested in voting for? So, right now I'm watching CNN on the news. I don't like Anderson Cooper. Yeah, to me, he's a bitch. He bitches too much. You know, he bitches too much. Yeah, it does. Trump. Okay, Austin. Yeah, yeah. I just, at one point, I try to stay away from like political, religion, sexuality stuff, but we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. You know, people are gonna be in their feelings regardless. It's just sometimes some people get fanatic about it. And what I mean fanatic about it is they get violent or very argumentative because you have a different point of view with them. That's the wonderful thing about what my people have been through to give us the right, they earn the right to vote, is that you have a freedom of choice. The only freedom you really have is to make your own decisions. I think she's getting GA, okay, a John Capel. I think she's getting Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. We'll see, Mo. Only thing I know is when I get back on the road, I don't want to be near a city. I kind of want to be out in the middle America while the election's going on. You know what I mean? Kind of out in the sticks. Metal, John Cable, you think she's sweeping it? Dude says Trump is now the favorite, but I don't know half of the poll stuff. Way over my head. Metal, it's back and forth. One thing I would say about Kamala Harris is I didn't like how Joe Biden kind of held on to the last minute for her to campaign. She's only been running for office for like 2 months. You know, Joe Joe Biden held on longer than he really should have, and that's individual selfishness that he did that. You know, he should have been give up the sticks. You know, glad I caught the live. Oh yeah, I did vote already. Jay Jr., that's what's up, bro. I'm glad you voted, man. I hope you voted your interest. Honestly, vote. The policies and the interests and the candidate that supports your thoughts. You know, and who that is, I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to get the early voting out the way because on election day, especially with this kind of crowd, it's going to be too passionate down there. And last time I voted, they had militia out there with guns and sheriffs out there. It was more intimidation, if anything. Shamarcus, what's up, my man? What's up, brother? What's going on? So what's going on? You guys on the road or you guys home? Any of you guys on the road or home? Oh God. Metal, I like RFK Jr. and I still don't have the damn poison vaccine. Metal, that's another thing, right? That's another one of those passionate things that people just feel so differently about. Austin, trucks in the shop in Utah. Dude, are you in a hotel, Austin? I truck logs in Oregon home every night. Damn, that's what's up. Shem Ho. At home watching Celtics play. Oh, John, that's what's up, man. Damn, Austin, you in a hotel out there? That's gotta suck. That gotta suck. JRG waiting for the door for my dedicated Walmart here. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah, Walmart's going through a hiring craze right now. They're hiring everybody. You know, if you can get in with Walmart, go ahead, man. That'd be the move. That'd be the move. You look tired, man. Yeah, Shemo, I actually am. I'll tell you what I did. So when I came home a couple of days ago, I had to go up to Central Pennsylvania. I had to be a witness in a court hearing for my parents. My parents were suing somebody. and I had to catch a flight from North Carolina up there, and then I kind of drove back because while I was up there, I bought a car, little beater to get around with, and I brought it down from up there to here. So yeah, I'm a little tired. Didn't really sleep too good last night. Had to run to the DMV and get it registered. You know how that is. You know, you're down there all day. Metal. Everyone will be working for Walmart, Amazon, Apple, or Google soon. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Austin Bowman. I was in Vegas for the weekend, then moved my truck to a different shop because they were slow and wasn't honest. Brother, that's everybody. I see you. Shan Ho. Shan Ho, you drive long haul? Yeah, I do. Shan Ho, I go everywhere, man. From here to Sacramento and back. Shamarcus, out in Henderson, North Carolina, got delivery at the Walmart DC. Oh, okay, so you're over there. Okay, I'm about 2 hours away from there. I know where you're at. Henderson, North Carolina. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's out in the woods. You ever come to Oregon? Yeah, I do. I do. Unfortunately, we're getting to the point of the year where I won't because of snow. But I do go up there. I like it up there, in Oregon. Jay Jr. I have my own op corporation, but dispatched through Prime. So far, so good for me. Just 100 miles a day and home every day. Oh, okay. Okay. Shaho, you be on Interstate 5? Yeah. Yeah, I have in Oregon. Yes, I have. I have drove from California 5 all the way up to Washington 5, man, the whole way up and down. I have multiple times. It's been a while though, you know. I don't go up. I don't like to go past Sacramento like right now because of the snow, like Mount Shasta, like that. No, I don't want to do it. Shamarcus, Jay Jr. I already know how Prime did you. Oh yeah, look at my videos. You know, I put them back up. I'm about to put some other stuff back up that I had taken down. Uh, Shamarcus, this is the same city they said a young man hung himself a few weeks ago. Shamarcus, they did say that, but when the investigation took place, that man bought his own rope and hung his own self. Me and my friends were talking about why he might have did it, and one of the reasons why he might have got a dear John letter. Basically, his girl probably was doing something she wasn't supposed to do because something like that is a really emotional thing. Do you understand? A lot of guys get dear John letters on the road. Nobody talks about that, right? Your wife leaves you, your girlfriend leaves you, or you find out she's fucking somebody else when you're gone. Trust me, it's bad out here. Oh, Brooklyn, please. I can't read that language. Shaho, you probably seen our trucks, blue and yellow log trucks. Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I might have. Tell me more stories about Swift, Ramirez, Seabass Ramirez. Ramirez, Swift was terrible. They actually called me today. Actually, my old fleet manager reached out to me today. I don't know what the fuck she wanted. I didn't answer the phone, and when she hung up, I blocked her. Don't call me, bitch. Fuck you calling me for? She gonna say something about how you doing. Yeah, all right. Fuck out of here. Let's see. Oh yeah, Shamu. Yeah, I agree with you. I can't post it because of foul language, but yeah, I agree with you too, bro. Meadow. I'm out here in Flagstaff. The sun is so nice out here when it goes down. Yeah, that is beautiful. Hey, Meadow, are you parked at that Little America? That Little America truck stop used to be so nice. Like it used to be very clean. The food was good. I don't know if it fell off, but it used to be so nice. Now a lot of Punjabis are building truck stops out there, and they don't hold the high level of cleanliness like they should. Uh, Mav 7. I just quit Prime and got a local flatbed job with a company back home in Colorado. Oh, congratulations, man. How's it working out for you? You know? Do you think the race will be better anytime soon or ever? I'm completing to sell my paid truck off. I need advice. Um, can't say your name. What is it? AOB? I think it depends on this election. It depends on this election, and it depends. It depends on this election. Unfortunately, everything in this country is tied politically. Okay, um, it depends on this election. I'm gonna tell you something. If Trump wins, the stock market is going to rally because he's for corporations. Corporations are going to rally. People are going to be making a little bit more money because he has some ideals. So if he loses, I think we might go into a depression. Honestly, I think we might go into a depression. I think we might go into war because I can't see Kamala Harris dealing with the war shift. There was a report on CNN, and nobody's talking about it, about Russia is now having North Korean troops come to fight the war in their country. What is that? That country? God, I can't. Ukraine. Okay, that's another country adding to a war. That's getting aggressive. Okay, and like I said before, I ain't trying to go to war for fucking Ukraine at all, at all. Next question, James Lockett. I forgot to tell you that I work at Prime. Paid my truck off. I'm still having trouble leasing my truck on with someone. Do you know someone to lease your truck on to? Honestly, I don't, bro. I don't. I don't. I really can't give any recommendations for any companies right now because I think like they're all doing kind of like bad. You know what I mean? Dear John sucks. Some folks go through that during Desert Storm. Yeah, Junior. Listen, I seen it too. I seen it too when I was in the military, and those do suck. They do. Anthony Allen. Hope you voted for Trump 2024. Jay Woke. What's up, Rich? Sent out my ballot yesterday. Trump 24. Jay Woke. Let's go. Andrew. I would vote by mail. I'm afraid my vote will end up over a hillside somewhere. Andrew, that's why I did early voting. I really went down. I would rather go down there and just do it myself, And I'm glad I did. It was a calmer situation. It was hardly nobody there, and I wasn't bombarded by the poll workers. Sometimes they have people out there passing out paraphernalia for the other team. Want you to vote for their guy. Some of those people get fanatic, and that's my issue. I don't want to deal with the fanatics. That's too much passion for me for something that these people don't even know you. Okay. Uh, let's see. John Capel. He was. He says he will put tariffs on import goods that will only raise prices here. I don't know. I don't know. Mexican from Trump. That's hilarious. Okay. Okay. I tried to send it again. Okay, Mark. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll talk about you, Mark, a little later, buddy. Meadow. I agree with you, Rich. We can barely feed ourselves, but we're going to pick up guns and fight Ukraine's war. Meadow. Listen. I ain't doing shit for Ukraine. Not at all. It's not my battle. It's not. Prometheus, that's a name. I also voted today, and I voted the policy that best serves my needs. Trump 24. Prometheus, like I said earlier, vote your interest. Okay, whatever interests you, vote for that. Okay. Landstar. Oh, okay, you go for Landstar. Okay. John Capel, if Trump loses, I wonder if they will pop out on January 6th. I don't know. 412, my man. I still ain't getting my mail in the ballot, bro. I've applied like 3 times, and for some reason they haven't sent mail out or accepted my request. I'm just waiting for a mate. Oh, and Tony, what are you waiting for, bro? Hey, 412. Maybe if you have early voting in your state, you probably should do it, man. I could have. I did a mail ballot one year, and I just early voting is better for me. I was able to catch it, and I'm home. And I'm not trying to vote on November 4th. I don't be around those people. And I ain't standing in a long line to vote for these dudes anyway. I'm not that passionate about it. I just want to exercise my right. I live in PA. I don't think we have early voting. I hate to miss a day of work. 412. I think you do have early voting. I think because my parents are from PA. I think you do. You should check your website and see if you do. I think you do have early. Actually, I know you guys have early voting. I think I saw something up there in central Pennsylvania. Metal, metal. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, it is. It's going to be too many fanatics out there. The last election, when it was Hillary Clinton versus Trump, they were out there. The militia was out there, and I just felt uncomfortable with that. You know, so only one single care healthcare system. Okay. Country is so divided. Has it ever been this divided? I mean, damn. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know. It really is divided. And it's divided in a nasty way. If you have a disagreement with somebody and you feel different about, look, you can support Trump if you want to, or you can support Kamala Harris, but it doesn't have to lead to a fight or, you know, a violence. It doesn't have to lead to that. Because at the end of the day, these people who are in Congress and stuff, they really don't know you. They don't. They just want the job. You know. Anytime I vote, I always end up just showing up around 4 p.m. and walking right in. Okay, boss. Okay. People show up to vote like they rapping a football team. Yeah, for 112. It's too fanatic for me. You know, I do want to partake in my right to vote because of what my ancestors been through, and I'm talking about Black Americans in this country have been through, and I want to show respect for them. So that's why I get up and go vote because they couldn't do it, and they fought for the right for me to do it. So I need to show them appreciation. But other than that, I'm not fucking standing out there passing out balloons or fighting for these dickheads. Fuck, I mean, fuck Trump, fuck Camilla. You know, I don't know them, and they don't know me. And when they get elected, they ain't gonna come sign my autograph or come to my house. But I'm just voting my interest. That's all. And I don't want to be a fanatic about it because sometimes these guys be so crazy and over the top. You know, like I said it for a third time, when I was out there last time during the Hillary Clinton and the Trump campaign back in what was it, 2016 or 2018, I guess. They were the militia was out there guarding the vote. Like that shit was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? They was out there with the guns and shit, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I viewed it as voter intimidation, to be honest with you. But local policies allow them to do this shit. At the end of the day, most Americans do what the same thing. We all want to be prosperous. We all want to have our children do well. We want to be safe and stay in our lane. Hey, 4112, you 100% right, man. You 100% right. You know, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be struggling. I don't want to be working hard and I have nothing. Yeah, you're right. You know, and like I say, vote your interest, bro. Vote it. What is your interest, Mark Ely? Immigration's a big one. You know, Mark, you missed the one I said when I was talking about, you know, immigrants are like an issue. They are. You know, if they let them in this country, they're going to start taking blue collar jobs. Okay. I had an immigrant cost my mom a lawsuit that we've been fighting for months because she misinterpreted something. So you know, it's serious, and I feel that way. I think it's going to be a crazy year. Yeah, I'm going to look to see if there's early voting in PA. Hey, Andrew, I think there is because yeah, I think there is early voting. You're a smart rain, Rich. Thank you. Hey, Kevin, AI president. Um, Edward, sometimes 5-0 sits at the polls. Yeah, sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. You know, fuel prices will be gratefully be affected by the outcome. I hope so, bro. Listen, if fuel prices dip down a dollar, like a dollar, we will be good in trucking. If they came down a dollar, we will be great. Do you understand? You know, but your corporation invited them along with the government. I'm trying to figure what you say. Is it too late for that? Imagination is already here and taking jobs? Or immigration? Flatbed J, you're right. Listen, I was in central Pennsylvania, right? Nothing but Haitians up there. You know, Haitians that are from, you know, working here. And you know what jobs they're taking? You go to your supermarket. You know the cart boy. They used to be a little high school kid. They're taking his job. Do you know the little Wendy's and McDonald's jobs that the high school college kids work? They're taking those jobs. Okay, trucking jobs. They're trying to get my job. Okay, I have an issue with that. I do. I have an issue with that. And like they're coming here to be fucking presidents. That they will stop them definitely, but they're coming here and taking our jobs and making it hard for us. And that's my argument. Okay, I fought to be an American. I have. My family fought to be here in America. I don't want America's the best country in the world. It really is when you think about the wealth here and the living conditions. I'm not trying to give up that for nothing. No, 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 no. Not just some immigrant who jumped over a fence and begging for help. No, I'm sorry. If your country sucks, it's your fault. It's your mission to go to your country and do something about it. Not come here. Not fuck with my situation. So, um, this just happened Saturday, bro. Okay. Melania King, who is a broadcaster, said Trump is kicking butt leading in all states. He probably is. He probably is. Uh, I'm just watching the news. I'm watching CNN. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get me a beer. I'm gonna get me a beer. Yeah, that's gonna have me a drink. I gotta go back to work on Thursday, so I might as well get me a Miller High Life. CNN, yeah, well, I'm just watching it. It's on TV. I'm not really paying attention to what I say happened Saturday. Scroll up. I can vote now. Oh, okay. Yeah, New York links. Certain states have early voting, and if you're one of those states, all you have to do is go down to the government building, show your ID, and they let you vote. Okay. Morocco, what's up, man? Somebody from Morocco. Thanks for my international connections, y'all. Thank you. Anyway, I've been on here a little long enough, guys. I just want to tap in before I go back to work. Next time y'all see me, I'll be in the truck. Hopefully making some money. But until next time, peace and love, and we'll talk soon. Peace.